Welcome back to the Kempire Daily YouTube channel, where you get the latest in hot topics, music, entertainment, and reality TV. And as you know, I've been doing a new collaboration with my girl Femme Tarot on her channel, where we read some of your favorite celebrities. We started out with the Housewives, and now we are delving into so many other areas. But today, I thought it was time to do a reading of the Real Housewives of Dallas as their part 2 reunion comes to an end and their season comes to an end. Please welcome back to the Kempire Daily YouTube channel. My girl Femme Tarot is here. Ooh. Femme Tarot, for those that aren't familiar with your gift and your talent, can you just tell people briefly like what your expertise is in regards to astrology, spirit?
Right. Okay. So I'm going to make it as brief as possible. I started when I was really young, when I started feeling and seeing things. I could feel energies changing. I could see colors, auras, spirits. A lot was going on. And that completely freaked me out as a child because I didn't know where to get those answers. Who am I going to ask? How am I going to get the answers? What's going on with me? Eventually, when I turned into a teenager and I had an identity crisis, a huge one. One of my friend's cousins who dabbled with tarot and she was psychic, she read for me one day and she stopped and she looked at me and she's like, "You've got the gift. You're going to do amazing things with your gift." I'm like, "What gift? What are you talking about?" She's like, "You're psychic. You have so many spirits around you. I can see you draw spirits. You have a huge team of spirit guides." And I did not know what spirit guides were, what she was talking about. Anyway, so she started teaching me tarot and she started teaching me on how to listen to my intuition and to my guides. And she actually normalized for me what was going on. Wow. So from there, I learned tarot and then I picked up astrology, which was actually my first passion, even before tarot. And I learned astrology and then I started combining everything. So fast forward in my 30s, I realized that I was psychic, but I also had mediumship abilities. I was able to communicate with spirits from the other side. I could see them. They would visit me when a friend or a relative would lose, someone they loved. They would appear to me and I was able to share messages with them. I'm still working on that. That takes a lot of energy and a lot of work. Wow. But I do readings with the help of tarot. So I use tarot to open up that door, let's just say, to allow for them to come in and the spirits. And I do connect people with their loved ones. So wow, that's it.
Wow. And did you ever see yourself reading The Housewives? Did you ever imagine that your gift would lead you to reading some of our most infamous celebrities and, of course, reality stars?
I never thought that, because when I started my channel on YouTube and I started doing this on social media, it was more about making spiritual topics and spirituality more mainstream for people to understand and not feel afraid of it or not feel that it's a taboo subject, and just to make it more approachable and more fun for everyone, because we're all psychic at the end of the day. And I just want to help people tap into that. Right. Yeah. But I love Housewives. I love Bravo shows. I love reality TV. I've been watching since the very beginning, since this started. So, I mean, it's the best of both worlds, right? I do what I love.
And you've made some stunning predictions about the future of Bravo. If you have not seen last week, her reading on the Real Housewives of Atlanta in celebration of the reunion, she made some really interesting predictions for the future of Bravo. I want to remind you guys, everything that, especially what I say, is alleged. And of course, this is for entertainment purposes. And because it is my birthday month, Femme Tarot has been lovely enough to offer you all 15% off when you mention Kempire on her readings. And I think you guys should definitely get a reading. Definitely get a reading. Femme Tarot, let's just jump right on in. Wait, before we do that, make sure that people follow Femme Tarot. More information is available at femtarot.com. And also the links will be available in the description of this video. But we have to talk about these people. These people, because first of all, a lot of people say that they don't watch Dallas, but I always find people that do watch Dallas or have watched Dallas. Do you watch Dallas?
Yes, I do. I watch all of them except for Atlanta.
Wow. I watch all of them except for the OG Housewives, and that's the OC.
The OG of the OC.
That's the only one I don't watch.
You're not drawn to them, or?
I just never got into them. The first one for me, I think, was New York, and I just started from there. And I just never got. I was going to get into OC during the pandemic, but then Kelly Dodd happened and all of that. So I was just like, all right, I won't. Everyone was like, you don't have to watch it. It was a terrible season. I'm like, all right,
I'll watch it for you, and I'll keep you up to date.
Oh, thank you. We appreciate it. But we might we might do a reading of them, especially when their season comes around.
I have a feeling that we might have to.
Yeah. Oh,
let's see.
Look at what's happening. But anyways, I want to jump into this reading because if you're not watching Dallas, you might want to watch after this reading because first of all, I want to preface this by saying, because I know there are going to be comments, oh, I'm feeding you questions and blah, 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 blah. Trust and believe, I don't tell Femme Tarot any of my questions because a lot of the questions I have come up as we're having conversation. This is just a conversation that we're having. And she knows nothing about what I'm about to ask.
No, and listen, you're not feeding me information at all. You're actually filling in the gaps. And I need someone to fill in the gaps because we're talking, this is a very general reading. Whenever we do readings on Bravo celebrities or celebrities, it's very general. I don't have that person here or on my screen for me to pick up the energy. And I do work with energies. I'm very good at picking up energies. But so when I don't have that, I need someone, you, to fill in those gaps. So it's not, you're not feeding me anything. You're just helping. And you're also helping the viewers that are watching these videos as well, who might not be so knowledgeable about the ins and outs of these shows and these characters, right? So, you know, we're doing this the right way. We're getting the information that we're getting through. And, you know, if you don't like the way we do it, then sorry.
You know what to do. No, but you know what? I have to say, overwhelmingly, we're getting a lot of support. Yeah. And I love to see, you know, if you missed any of the readings that we've done on Teresa Giudice of New Jersey, Nene, Kenya Moore, which is still winning, and some of the other housewives, including Bethany. If you're interested in what's going on in Bethany's life, what's Bethany's future is going to look like, head on over to Femme Tarot's YouTube channel and subscribe. Let's jump on into this Real Housewives of Dallas. Can you just show us the tarot cards that you're going to be using today?
It's called the Alice in Wonderland, and it's just a beautiful, beautiful deck. You can see it's all illustrated around Alice in Wonderland, my favorite book as well, because that's how I see spirituality a little bit. Like, you know, that it's on the other side of the mirror.
Okay.
That there is a world that looks like ours, but it's very different than ours. It's magical. And that's why I'm very connected to this deck. So I thought, you know, let's try this one today. I
said, let's mix it up. Okay. So I think the biggest thing about Dallas for me is the relationships. It's not really about what's going on between the ladies. I can't even think of possible questions to even ask about what's the real relationship. Like, I don't believe there's real friction between these ladies. It's the marriages that I want to talk about. I want to talk about the marriages. I want to talk about Mama D, who doesn't give a rip. I need to know. I need to know her story. But before we get into Mama D, let's jump into the newest housewife. And it has to be this woman, Dr. Tiffany Moon. I love her. I think she's fantastic. She's a new addition. Too. But a lot of people want to know, she's already expressed that she may not come back for another season. I want to know, what's her future going to be? Is she going to come back? I need her to come back. Dr. Tiffany Moon. She follows me on IG. Look, I'm going to send her this. Come back.
I like that. I want her to come back too. She's genuine. She's authentic, you know, and I love that she's so honest. And she tells us about the way she grew up and that she was very lonely. You know, she had really tough parents and a childhood. And I really appreciate that. That's what I like to see on TV, actually.
She's funny. She gives us so many different levels.
She is absolutely funny. I agree.
And I kind of like her relationship with her husband. But maybe the cards will say otherwise.
I don't know. I mean, yeah, that's true. So let's have a look. She hasn't decided about whether she's going to come back. I feel that this is a balancing act. Maybe she's trying to figure out how she's going to balance work and life and filming as well, because I have the Temperance card here. So yes, she has been offered. I feel that maybe the producers or Bravo are sort of like pressuring her to come back because she is quite popular. That's what I've been told, and feel that, always with new housewives, the second season is always much better for them than the first one, because they still, they have to test the waters. The first season, there's a lot going on. So she hasn't made that decision. It's all about finding a balance. And I feel that I also have the Hangman here. So I do feel that at present, again, it has to do with waiting for something to change, hanging in there. Hangman has to do with, learning how to be more patient and learning how to accept that some things have to happen in their own good time. So she's at that stage right now. Yeah. But in the future, to be honest, Kemp, I have the Eight of Swords. So I'm not sure if this is going to be the right thing for her to do, to return to our screens. I know it's a disappointment for me too.
It's not good. Look, it's not good for her. But what about us?
I know, right? We want Tiffany Moon or Tiffany Sun Moon, and I love her surname.
Oh my gosh, she went from a sun to a moon.
I love it. Absolutely. So I do see that if she does decide to come back, and that's why she's a bit reluctant to do so, that she knows that this is going to cause a lot of issues in her life. It's going to tie her down, and it's not going to be good for her career either. So she has to decide what she wants to do. Okay. So what direction she wants to do, because I feel that this past season, she struggled to get everything, life, family life, work life, and filming. Yeah. But let me just see what else.
That was a real reality. I mean, she expressed some of that on the show, but one of the parts that she didn't express was filming part, because, you're not really supposed to mention, this part is a lot, but it makes sense.
And then I pulled the Justice card, which is the legal card. So I don't know if there is, I feel that she has a contract there. So she does have a contract. She was given one, but it's in the drawer still. Because she's not 100% sure. And if
it has nothing to do with money, obviously. She has.
No, it has nothing to do with money. It has to do with finding a balance for herself and finding herself. I feel that she's still trying to figure out who she is, because the first season helped her kind of like push her towards realizing who she really is, where she belongs. I don't feel she had that before. It was all about work, and family. And she didn't know socially as well. Where do I belong? Who do I want to hang out with? She's still at that place, let's say. But it did her, first season was great for her, meaning for her personally. It really helped her discover a lot about herself and realize that she doesn't want to work that much. That she shouldn't be as ambitious, because life just passes you by, right?
It sounds like, based on and this was a reminder that we all have very intuitive natures. It sounds like she was really giving us her real self on this show.
That's how I feel too. I'm asking
her real struggles, her real, life balancing act.
Okay. Well, what the cards are telling me is that it wasn't a joyride, the first season of filming. There was a lot of ups and downs emotionally. She was very insecure about where she stood with the other girls. And we saw all that. I mean, it doesn't surprise us. So this is also why she's reluctant as well, because she feels that maybe second time round, if she really puts her time and her effort in it, that she'll come out disappointed. So, and then I have the Knight of Cups, the King of Swords, 6. Yeah, there's a lot going on right now. She's not. We don't know yet. She's very indecisive regarding what she wants to do, and definitely she's not sure if she's emotionally strong to do a second season. I do feel that she came out of it a little bit wounded from season, although I don't think that she's going to come out and say it or admit it, but it did affect her life as well, her family life. And I just got her husband now. I just saw her husband and I just got a message. Maybe he's also not that keen for her to go back. I feel that there is some kind of pressure on that side as well. Like the decision is hers at the end of the day, but he's not happy about it.
Because you see during the season, you don't get a lot from him. He doesn't talk a lot during the season, but he's sort of there. So I can see him not being on board with another season because they don't need the money. This is really, especially these Dallas Housewives, this is really just about fame, if anything. They don't need the money except Carrie. We'll get to Carrie.
And I agree with you. She doesn't need the money. So what does she need? I mean, she has a career. She is a doctor. She's worked all her life to become a great doctor. So what is she going to do? I mean, what's the gain of being in Housewives except for maybe extra money and some recognition? That's it. Yeah. I mean, professionally, it's going to be the opposite. It's not going to be that great for her because who's going to take her seriously if she's on a reality show? Unless she goes on Married with Medicine, I don't know.
The Dallas version.
The Dallas version, yeah.
The thing is with Dr. Moon that I'm sensing.
Yeah.
Is that she wants to be a part of the popular crowd. This is what we've seen in the season. She wants to be a part of the popular girl group. She wants to be popular. I can definitely see that aspect. She's so used to being the smartest in the room, but now she would like to be the most popular in the room. And right now, based on our review of her this season, she is the most popular on the cast.
And I picked one from my new Oracle deck because I got a new one, so I want to play with it.
Yeah.
And it says wise leader. So she is a beacon for others. She is, and you know what? I was just shown, she's a great role model and a great example for Asians, for ethnic minorities, let's just say. And she realizes that because I assume she's gotten a lot of feedback, a lot of comments from people just saying, thank you for recognizing the fact that she was so open about how Chinese or Asian parents are and their upbringing and, the struggle of ethnic minorities or immigrants who come to the US and they have to work triple hard to get to where she's gotten now. So and I think that one of the reasons if she decides to come back, it's going to be about the representation, about what she represents for Chinese, Asians, ethnic minorities out there.
Do you hear that, Cameron? Do you hear that? Because Cameron, in part one of the reunion, basically said it was uncomfortable for her to watch Tiffany reenact her mother on social media, which she's very funny when she reenact. She basically said that Tiffany was racist for the things that she was doing about her own culture. And we were like, everyone was looking at Cameron like, okay.
Yeah, Cameron was so annoying during that reunion. Sorry, and for anyone who likes Cameron, I have no issues with Elle Woods of Dallas, but she was a little bit like it was all about Cameron and just attacking Tiffany, and I was like, let's move on. Move on.
But since we're talking about Cameron,
okay,
why don't we? No, that's not Cameron. Where's my? Oh, how did I miss this picture?
Ooh.
Cameron Westcott. I actually I don't mind Cameron. Cameron has grown on me over the last couple of seasons. There are moments where I'm just like, she's just so ignorant, but I also like her kooky housewife nature. We need that on the show. So she's definitely grown on me. But my question is, and it's not even about her relationship, because I do believe that she has a solid relationship with her mini me. Mini me, but he got big long pockets. I'm just saying. I want to know about Cameron's future on the show and with the other ladies. Because I think she's evolved, and I could see them bringing her back, but I don't know if the ratings are enough to bring all of these housewives back. I think Tiffany has solidified her position, but if Tiffany stays, a lot of them can go.
I'm not sure she's staying though.
See, and you never know what the cards are going to say.
Because I have the 5 of Cups. So I'm not sure what she's considering. She's not 100% on board at the moment. She's disappointed. She's very disappointed. I don't know if she's getting a lot of flack from maybe Tiffany fans, but I feel that she's getting kind of like attacked, and it's just too much for her. And she's not sure she wants to go through it, or she wants to go through another season if Tiffany comes back with Tiffany, or with the way that she represented herself, because it's all on her. It's
she during the reunion, we do hear that she has been receiving flack for some of the things that she's done on social media, and also for some of the things she said during the season, especially about the chicken foot.
I'm trying to see what's going on here, because I got the devil card. So I also got the devil card when it comes to the future. So here it is. You can see it's the Mad Hatter with a rabbit.
Beautiful.
And so you know that you're learning tarot with me now, that you know that the devil has to do with things that are happening behind the scenes, manipulation, dishonesty. It also has to do, it's also the let's say when someone has substance abuse or drinking issues and stuff like that. So, but to me, the devil here, and I just pulled the King of Wands, it's I don't know, I'm going to put it out there, and this is allegedly, but it doesn't come out in the cards, but this was what I was shown and told. I feel that there is issues at home with Cameron at the moment. And
with this lovely man?
With this lovely man, Mrs. Santa and Mr. Santa over here.
Okay, well, now we have to do a deeper dive. Can we pull some cards on this relationship and what's going on?
Right, because I feel that that's what is kind of like also not sort of pushing her to join next season as well with the King of Wands.
See, that's the thing about these housewives. The minute it starts getting real, they want to get off a reality show. Really?
I feel that she wants to do her own show.
No,
yes.
Cameron.
Mayday, no. On her own. I know. I'm with you. But I feel that maybe she's talking with someone. She's definitely has an idea of maybe doing her own show. And maybe because we all joke around that she is like the Elle Woods, she's all pink and she acts dumb. In my opinion, she's not stupid. I think she's quite intelligent, and it's just a persona that she puts on.
And leaning into it.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that's smart, actually. But yeah, let's ask about her marriage or her. Oh, 2 cards popped out. 3 of Wands. Yeah, well, there is the 3 of Wands there. She's waiting for something to happen. There have been talks, and I have the 3 of Wands here. So she's also, there are issues from the past that just surfaced when it comes to their marriage. And then with the 7 of Cups, it's up to her to decide how she's going to handle this. She does know how to handle it, but I don't feel that right now things are calm and, harmonious at home.
Ooh.
I don't see tension, but I do see that there is something going on.
And I wasn't going to even ask about the relationship. See how things just show up when you want them to, y'all?
Right. Wow. Let me see what else. Ooh, did you see that card fly?
Yeah. Well, I love a jumper.
I
love a jumper. Wow. And that's what we call a jumper, y'all. When the cards just come out, I say that's just a message from the universe saying that you need to see that this is the message.
10 of Cups, it is about the family.
There's a lot of emotions because Cups is emotions, right?
And 10 is the completion. There's a lot going on right now. There's a lot going on, and it is centered around her emotions and around her family and around her husband as well. But things don't seem, I'm not saying they're breaking up, but they're going, no, but I just feel that right now they're not communicating well.
Hmm.
It's a bit the big freeze, I'm gonna say, as well between them. And I feel this because things from the past have caught up on them to them. So yeah, and that's why that's why I feel that this is not the housewives hasn't been working for them or her, in the sense that it's brought in what she was expecting.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I do feel that she has ideas of starting something new on her own.
Where she has a little bit more control, probably.
A little bit more control. I'm not sure if it's going to be TV. I'm trying to find that out. Or it's going to be a new business.
Hopefully not pink dog food again.
Oh, God.
Let that go, girl.
Does she still have that business?
I have no idea. I hope not.
Pink dog food. I mean, okay. So, I mean, it's not a bad idea, I guess. But anyways.
As you look at your pink mic.
Me and my pink mic, I know. But hello, okay. I like my pink, but I wouldn't go overboard. Can you imagine giving pink cereal to my kids in the morning?
I mean, I could definitely see Cameron Westcott doing that.
I can see that too. Fruit Loops in pink, just in pink.
Oh, God.
Right? I want to find out more. Oh, no, there is fighting. There is conflict.
Oh.
Yeah, there's tension. There's tension among them, partly between them, but partly because of things that are happening, like external things that they're dealing with at the moment. And something we don't know about. They're good at keeping their life private. And I feel that's why Cameron comes across like the way she does, a little bit ditzy, a little bit, let's say naive, but naive in quotation marks, because I do feel that they know well, her and her husband, how to keep their life private. But there are things happening in the background. Yep. Yeah.
Wow.
So I'm not.
I really wasn't expecting that.
No, neither was I, actually.
Wow. Okay, we'll move on. We'll move on.
Right.
I've said this multiple times. If you've watched some of Femme Tarot's readings on her YouTube channel about some of your favorite housewives and celebrities, then you've seen some of her predictions come true. If you have not seen them, go watch them. And specifically, Nene, the prediction that she did about Nene and what she was going through, that came true. But anyways, we'll move on. I think we should move on to this couple, because during the reunion, she announced that they are getting a divorce. Carrie, Brittenhouse or something, Brittenham or something. Doesn't matter. Carrie, the annoying one.
Yeah. That was, but I don't know about you, but I kind of felt it watching the show that she was going through a rough patch with her husband.
I felt that from last season. Everyone knew. She sort of insinuated that they were going through. So it was basically just she needs to make money because of what was going on between them. And then all of a sudden they made this big shift. And I was like, I don't think so.
Oh my God.
I really want to know whose fault was it in this relationship? Because I'm Team Eduardo.
I have jumpers.
Oh.
Doesn't look good. It's not going to be an amicable divorce. I can tell you that much.
Ooh.
And she was she was blindsided.
Really?
She was
blindsided, Femme Tarot. We can see it.
She was blindsided. She feels like a total fool. I got the full card, 7 of Cups. She was back and forth for years, for a long time. She knew that this wasn't working, and that she knew that they were going to end up divorcing, but she was fighting it. Maybe it was the financial, but I don't get coins here. 7 of Cups. So there is love there, at least from her side. Okay. And these are jumpers. I haven't even pulled the cards yet. And then the Fool. So this is a new chapter is starting for her. The Fool card is the first card of the tarot deck. And it also, the Fool, as it suggests, she felt a little bit naive and ignorant when it came to her relationship with, what's his name? Eduardo. So we have to say it with a Spanish accent.
Yeah, of course.
Three of Swords, she was blindsided and it came out of the blue. So she knew things were not going well. I mean, there was tension and, they were distant from each other, but she didn't expect that it would happen so soon, so suddenly. So she was blindsided, but let me just pull those cards now.
Well, if you've been watching the new season of The Real Housewives of Dallas, Carrie was unbearable this season, having fights with all of the ladies. She was immature. And as Femme Tarot said, you could tell she probably was going through things. And she mentioned some of the things that she was going through, but I don't think she was mentioning it all, as Bethany would say.
Poor Carrie. Nine of Swords, she's she's not well. She's under extreme stress and duress at the moment. She's trying to figure things out. She has to become independent and figure things out for herself. I got the Lover's card. There's someone else.
On his side.
That's what I'm trying to figure out. I think on both sides.
Both
sides.
Well, good for them. Both sides.
Yeah, both sides.
Which card is that?
Sorry, which card? It's the Two of Swords. It also indicates divorce. It also indicates duality. And indicates like trying to make a decision, like balancing this person or that person to me. And the Lover's card
based on what you're saying. It makes sense based on what you're saying that they were, they knew that there was trouble in the marriage and they were just going along with it because, I'm sure it benefited both of them on some end. Can I even ask this question? Did they know each other had people on the side? Like, was this an open relationship?
I don't know if the cards are going to tell us, but
yeah, the cards are going to be like, mind your business, Kempire.
Exactly. Sometimes they do. The cards are like, you're getting too personal. Stop. But I'll ask and see what they want.
We're nosy, and I know you guys are asking me to ask. This is why I'm here, to ask the questions that you're going to ask in the comments. And as always, if you're watching this and you're enjoying what we're doing, let us know in the comments, and also be sure to like this video. Femme Tarot. I love when Femme Tarot looks down at the cards like that longingly.
I'm like, what are the cards telling me right now?
And I'm drinking tea while we get the tea.
While we get the tea, and I'm drinking water while we're getting the tea. But no. I'm going to say that one of the two, and I'm going to go Eduardo, did not know about the third person. She did, though. I feel that she intuitively knew. She didn't have concrete evidence, but she knew. And the Magician here as well. So she knew for a while, and she manifested, and she pursued her boyfriend or her lover. Eight of Pentacles. They've been working on this relationship for a while. Like they were consciously uncoupling.
Okay, Gwen.
I'll just quote Gwyneth Paltrow. So yeah, it has been hard work. The Hermit, I don't think they were living together for a while. Maybe even while they were filming.
I mean, that would not be the first time a housewife has done something like that.
Yeah, I can tell you with that Hermit, I don't think they were living together. They were already separated or trying to figure things out or on a break. And
when she mentioned the divorce on the show, what card was that?
Wheel of Fortune. So yeah, it's a lot of quick, sudden changes, big changes for her. And I do feel that, yeah, it all came out as soon as filming stopped. They made that decision.
It's interesting when she was announcing that they were getting a divorce on the reunion and she was wiping away tears that we could not see. I didn't believe her reaction on the reunion. If anything, she may have been crying for other things, other reasons. But I don't believe the divorce or the announcement of the divorce was the reason.
I need to pick up my cards again. The energy's crazy today.
I love it. I love it. And as always, guys, please let us know any additional questions because Femme Tarot and I will be doing follow-ups on some of your favorites on both her channel, where we've done Bethany, Teresa Giudice, we've done Nene Leakes, we just did Britney Spears. On my channel, we just last week did the Real Housewives of Atlanta in honor of their reunion. And in honor of the Dallas reunion, we're doing them. What are these jumpers saying, Femme Tarot?
Grounding. So she needs to figure things out for herself. She's being advised to be grounded and to figure out who she really is and what she really wants out of a relationship. I feel that she went into when she went into this relationship or this marriage, she wasn't sure. It's almost like she built her personality and who she is around her marriage to Eduardo and around Eduardo. So, and then navigating the stars, follow your bliss. So she has to eventually accept what's happening and letting go. I feel that right now, tapping into Carrie's energy, she's not letting go. She's very bitter. She's very sad. She feels betrayed in a way and lost. But she has to let go of these negative feelings and just try to figure out how she's going to rebuild her life. And she's lucky that her daughters are old enough now to understand and accept divorce and even support her during this journey. So that's what the cards are saying. And what the cards are also showing me is that she shouldn't look. I feel that sometimes Carrie, in order to protect herself, because of past trauma, she's been through a lot when she was younger. That's what I'm getting right now, is that in order for her to protect herself, this inner wounded child that she has, she keeps everything to a superficial level. She has to let go of that superficial level. She has to go deeper now and figure out what she's going to do with her life, with herself, and who she really is. She doesn't know who she really is. That's why I think she was drinking a lot as well. And she was acting up. She wasn't acting normal. She wasn't, I mean, we've all been drunk, blind. I can't even speak.
Blind drunk.
Blind drunk. Thank you very much. But, we're able to somewhat control our reactions, right? So she has a lot of work to do. So I'm not sure if it's a good idea for her to pick up filming for the next season if she's going to be in that vulnerable state. Just this is an advice for her. If she was my client, that's what I would say.
Wow. Well, because we just for the attention of time, let's move on, because this particular couple, they seem to be like the perfect couple on reality TV, specifically the Real Housewives of Dallas. But I hear rumors that their marriage isn't what it seems or what they make it seem on the show. I need to understand Stephanie Holman and her husband's relationship. Is it what it seems, or is there something more going on?
Well, let's see.
And then we'll move into some of the juicy stuff, because I know what you guys are waiting for. And we're going to get there. We're going to get there, because there's cheating scandals going on. Cheating scandals.
As always.
Just saying. On both sides in this particular relationship. I didn't expect it on with Carrie.
Oh my God. I got the Queen of Wands jumped up, right? Was the jumper card. Queen of Wands. So that's her energy at the moment. That's her. And then I got the Knight of Swords and the Knight of Cups and the Eight of Wands. So there's a lot going on right now. And with that Knight of Cups, I don't know if he's overdoing it right now with maybe even drinking, or just, I feel that he's not himself. There is an exaggeration in reactions and exaggeration with what's going on. And I feel that there's a lot going on. And yeah, she believes the rumors. She believes them. I'm just picking up some more cards.
Especially when her friend has those rumors as well. So I can only imagine.
Now, the next question is, do they have a prenup?
Oh, I didn't realize that was going to be the next question. Do they have a prenup? Because there's a lot of money there in the locker business.
I don't think they do have a prenup, and that's one of the main issues.
Wait, say it again.
And I think that's one of the main issues right now with the Five of Pentacles. There's an insecurity about money and about this must be going on for a while. And she's been like, sweeping things under the rug. Or she's been suspecting, not having any concrete evidence or clues about it. But she's been suspecting. She hasn't always been blind, trusting towards him. And then with the Eight of Wands, hold on. Ooh, the Fool card for her too.
Oh.
Yeah, a lot is going on. So I don't get the divorce card or anything like that, but they have to figure things out. And Stephanie especially has to figure out if she wants to continue the way they are now, or if it's possible to make changes or to figure out where the problems are and just mend them between them. But with a Fool, she's going through, this doesn't look good. What's going on with that cast over there? Six of Wands.
They're hiding the true stories, the storylines that would make their season good.
I know, right? Because she's going to protect her family and the reputation of her husband and her family no matter what. So she's never going to admit. She's never going to come out. She's never going to say anything negative about him. That's who she is morally, and that's how she grew up, and she's not going to go against that, despite what's going on behind closed doors. But behind closed doors, there is distrust, a lot of talks. There is that insecurity. Stephanie says, you know what I'm going to do? There is no, there's just so much going on right now for her. And it's all centered around, and I feel that he's not very respectful or nice to her sometimes. I do feel that maybe he's, despite what we see, he doesn't treat her always with respect, if you know what I mean. Yeah. Sometimes he can come across a little bit too rough, abrupt, or rude.
Yeah.
And she takes it all in.
That makes sense with Stephanie and her past.
She'll never, though, truly admit how if he's hurt her, or if she does suspect that he's cheating, stuff like that. She won't. She's going to protect her family and their reputation.
Well, I'm happy that Stephanie, if there's no prenup, I'm happy for you, because then you can take everything.
Hold on.
There's a lot of money there. There was a lot of money in the locker business. I had no idea.
Hold on. Let's see what the oracle cards say. I'm just going to ask.
This is interesting. This would have been more interesting of a season than what they gave us. Damn you, housewives.
She needs to it says begin now, take your first step. She needs to decide what she's going to do about this marriage, about this relationship. I feel she's very passive when it comes to, he has the upper hand. He takes the lead. We know that with those lists and everything that he used to. But she needs to decide what she wants, what's for her. I know a lot of people call her a doormat, especially on the show.
No.
I don't feel she's a doormat. I just feel that she's very nice and kind. She's got a big heart, and she's a good person, but she's
one of my favorites on the show. She reminds me of like the Cynthia of Dallas. She has great commentary. She doesn't offer a lot in regards to a storyline, even though there's a lot going on, but she's still a good energy on the show.
She is, and I do think she is a doormat when it comes to her husband. I do. And at some point, this cannot go on forever. At some point, whether there's cheating or not, whether there's dishonesty or not, she's going to wake up and she's going to say, is this what I want?
No.
Is this what I want for my future? Is this what I want my girls to have as a paradigm, as a role model? So there's just a lot going on, and she will just have to take.
She has boys.
She doesn't have girls? Okay. I thought she had girls. Okay.
That's her bestie who we're going to read.
Brandy, right? Brandy has girls. You're right. But anyway, she has to be a paradigm. She has to be a role model for her kids, whether they're boys or girls. Because kids grow up using, or they watch the relationship that their parents have, right? And what they do is they have that as an example of what they want for their own marriage, for their own relationship in the future. And, you know, you don't want to, she doesn't want to, she's realizing now as her kids are growing and as this relationship is not mending itself, that she needs to take the upper hand and take control of her life.
Oof. Oh, Brandy. Well, since we're talking about Brandy, let's talk about Brandy's bestie. And they've been all over the headlines during the season. We're hearing rumors that she is planning not to come back. She had posted this very elusive post insinuating that she wouldn't be coming back, but it sounds about right based on everything that's leaked online, including video of her husband allegedly kissing another woman in the club. Was that a jumper?
I've seen that. That was a jumper. The sun.
Not even after the question yet.
Right?
But you already know what the question is going to be. What is really happening in this relationship? Because there's also been allegations that Brandy allegedly was cheating. We already talked about Carrie having a side boo and her husband Eduardo having a side boo. Is that the same situation with these two?
Actually, no, surprisingly.
That's why I love doing this, because it's never what I expect.
You know, the upper hand, she has the upper hand in this relationship. She comes off as the Queen of Wands.
Wow.
So he's not gonna divorce her. He might be bored after all these years. They're high school sweethearts, right? Maybe he's
beyond
bored.
that. I think they knew each other before high school.
Oh dear. So, but they are bonded forever. They're soulmates. They have a soul contract.
Wow.
So these bumps, let's say, in the marriage, they're kind of like they can work around those. They can work around these challenges. With that start, yes, definitely. They're going to do anything to make this work for them and their family. They belong together. Now, they've been together for a very long time. And unfortunately, you know, when men are not just men or women, but especially, I know this from personal experience. I had a friend, he was with my best friend since they were 18, and he went through a midlife crisis, found himself a girlfriend, and just like that left the house and just completely dumped her. And it's because, and he told her, it's because I need to have experiences. I've only had experiences with you. So maybe there's something similar with him, and she accepts that because she doesn't want to let him go. They're going to be together, right? And then I have the Page of Swords here. Why do I have a Page of Swords here though? And the Sun. I know there are a lot of rumors around her son.
See, I don't and that was the question anymore.
You don't have to. The cards are answering. They can read your mind.
They really can.
But let me just find out. I just don't want to jump to conclusions.
Yes. Oof. And this is the one I know that you guys have been waiting on. But while we wait, as she shuffles the cards, the ASMR shuffling, don't forget to like this video, and don't forget 15% off for the month of May in celebration of my birthday. Femme Tarot is giving you 15% off. Everything is available. Her social media, all of that, bookings. Everything is available at femtarot.com. Make sure you let her know who sent you in order to get that 15% off. And it's for a limited time. So if you've been hemming and hawing about, should I get a tarot reading? You should. Let this be your sign.
They're not answering the questions. I'm going to take my other deck now.
I don't blame. No, I think you should move on, because I have a feeling, because that's a very sensitive topic. Part of me didn't want to even ask.
I know they're not answering. Yeah, we're not supposed.
We're not supposed to know. Can I ask this question? Can I look? Let me get around. Look, can I get around, Spirit? Does he have a baby outside of the marriage?
Ooh, that's your favorite question.
That's what's in all the news. A bunch of housewives, and also some of these celebrities with the side babies.
No, I don't think so. What's his name? What's his name again?
Oh God, I can't even think. Oh, the son's name.
No, the husband's name.
I don't remember this.
I don't remember.
It's unimportant.
It's not.
You all know what he looks like. That one.
That one.
Mr. Redmond.
No, I don't think he's got it. No, he doesn't have another family. He's just as I said, he's going through something. He might be going through a midlife crisis too. But I just feel that he's a bit bored right now when it comes to the relationship. He's looking for a little bit of excitement, but at the same time, yeah, they're not splitting up or anything. It's just that the dynamic right now is a bit off for them, but they're gonna work through it. They're gonna make it work.
They just had a new baby.
They had a new baby too. I mean, that's right. The baby doesn't even come up, but to me, it has nothing to do with the baby. I don't think they're not staying together because they have a new baby. They are staying together because they will stay together. They have a pact, a soul contract. They're soulmates. And this is part of their lesson and part of the path, part of their journey and path to figure out how they're going to overcome these challenges in their relationship and still be together and grow stronger for their family. So yeah, he's regretful of stuff. I can tell you that. He's very regretful of stuff. 5 of Swords, but he's very defensive when it comes to his family and those rumors. So, if anyone asked him, is that true or what's going on, he'd get really pissed. So
based on what you're telling us, he's the one who's stepped out of the marriage, but she has not.
I don't see her stepping out. No.
She has too many kids to be stepping.
Time? I mean, she's got too many kids.
Just a little teaser for you guys. We will be doing a Potomac, and the rumors that we talked about in regards to this couple, I'm going to ask Femme Tarot when we do a Potomac, but we're going to wait until we get a little bit closer. But if you're looking forward to something like that, be sure to subscribe to Femme Tarot's YouTube page and be sure to subscribe to my page because we're going to explore this relationship on the Real Housewives of Potomac very shortly. But since we are doing Dallas, let's talk about this couple. Deandra. I'm not that interested in the couple. I'm more interested in Deandra. Let's not even talk about the couple. Because I love their relationship. I feel like there's an actual passionate relationship there. Look, we don't need to delve into that. I need to delve into the drama between Deandra and her half-brother and her stepmom and the will situation. That's what's the juiciest part. She's carrying the Real Housewives of Dallas season 5 on her back, along with Mama D.
True.
Who I love, Mama D. And I need to ask about Mama D.
So we want to know, we'll talk about, so we want to know her relationship with her family.
Yes.
There is none.
Oh, okay.
She wants one. She's working, she's reaching out, she's tried. We saw that on the show, but I feel even off camera that there have been some more times where she reached out and she tried, but it's over with her brother and that side of the family.
And she's going to talk about it in part 2 of the Real Housewives of Dallas reunion. And a lot of people were assuming that the amount of money that was left in her father's will, her actual biological father's will, wasn't a lot. But I think in the reunion, they give us a little snippet. We're not sure, but maybe you can ask the cards. Was it a lot of money that her biological father left her?
I'm going to ask. I'm looking into while you were talking, I was just pulling some cards and trying to figure out, well, for her, it is about the money because I got the Knight of Pentacles there, but it's not a lot if it's a Knight of Pentacles. But let me so you want to know if it's a lot of money, her inheritance or what she's entitled? Right.
From her biological father. Because according to Mama D, the plan was that he was not going to give child support while he was alive, but he would leave, her inheritance that would make up for it in the inheritance.
Right. Hold on. No. I'm just gonna say I don't know. I got the Fool card again and the Devil card next to it. And then I got the 5 of Pentacles. She was left out of the inheritance, but I don't feel that she was meant to inherit a lot of money. She knew even before her biological dad he passed on that there were hidden things. There are a lot of secrets in that family, a lot of stuff. They lie to each other all the time. They hide from each other's stuff. I want to be more specific though. And I'm going to ask the cards. Page of Wands. Is her brother younger than her?
I believe so.
I think so, because he comes up here. The Emperor, the dad, the brother and the dad. Oh my God. Okay, give me a second. I'm trying to figure this out. I'm getting a story.
I told you Deandra's carrying this entire season on her back. We need to delve in. Deandra needs her own show.
Indeed, with all that history. And with Mama D, of course.
Of course.
Now, the Emperor, the dad. So we have the Six of Swords here in between. So Deandra was trying to come. I do feel that the brother with the dad had a special relationship. Okay. It was a very tumultuous relationship, but there was also a bond there. They were very similar in character. Deandra was kind of in the middle when it came to those two. She almost like the peacemaker, but it is Deandra that made mistakes. It's Deandra that left this relationship, that did not nurture her relationship with her dad and her brother. And she kind of I don't know what she did, but she moved home, she went on and did her own thing despite what her family was telling her. And these actions and these reactions, I was told right now that she used to be very reactive, and she used to pretend that she didn't care about money. All she needed was her independence and to party and do her own thing. And it just bit her in her bum. Because she was very almost, she was a spoiled, I'm going to say she was a spoiled little brat that thought that she was going to get away with certain behaviors with her family and her family members. But it didn't work out that way. She didn't put in the work and to build a relationship or to fix a relationship with her dad or her brother as well. But I see that she's kind of the reason or what triggered this whole mess between the family. Yeah. Wow. So the Devil card. So I tell you, the Devil card, things are not revealed out there. What we hear, what she tells us or Mama D tells us are not exactly the truth. I can tell you now. That's not the full truth.
Ooh, okay.
Let's sip some water.
I'll sip some tea. Okay, speaking of Mama D, of the lovely Mama D, who also saved this season. My gosh. I mean, there's a lot of questions in regards to this inheritance. You know, one of the big accusations during the season that Mama D brought up during Tiffany Moon's birthday party was that Deandra decided to take the Simmons name because that would take her farther than her actual father's biological father.
Right.
Was that true? I think a lot of us can already say, yes, it is true. But Deandra gets very, very upset and says, you know, that is not the case.
So is it true that she
decided to choose the Simmons name because of how far it could take her?
Okay, let's find out. So she was young. She went legally. Page of Swords. So when she was, I don't know, she was young, maybe a teenager, late teens, early 20s, I feel that she cut off ties, and that's when she went and got the Simmons, legally she got the Simmons surname. That's because she felt that she was left out in the cold by her own family, by her dad and her own family. And it was almost a little bit of a, like a sting, like a little bit vindictive. Exactly. The Two of Pentacles. Yeah, it was about the money. So it was about the money that she did that. And not because she's money oriented necessarily, but because she was hurt by that dynamic and relationship with her biological family, that it was almost like a middle finger to them, you know?
So in her perception, it wasn't because it would take her further. It was really her way of saying F you.
Yeah. And it, because she had dreams, you know, she always thought that she'd have like a secure life with money, and financially secure life in the future by marrying into money. But what she did instead was she changed her name and she came closer to her stepdad. And I see the Hierophant here, but I don't see love there, to be honest. I mean, it's not like she loved her stepdad or her stepdad loved her. I'm not saying that they didn't get along, but I'm not going to say that they saw each other as family per se.
What can you tell us about Mama D? Because Mama D seems as if she doesn't give a rip, but what really is going on there? Because based on what you said so far, there's a lot of family secrets.
Yeah, a lot of hidden stuff that we don't know. So let's see. I had
jumpers already. That's Mama D coming at us.
No, I'm going to put them back because I didn't even ask the question. And I want to ask a more general question about her and see what comes out. My cards are going crazy for Mama D. Oh, dear God. So
Mama D does not want to be read, but you will be read today, Mama D.
It seems so. Okay. Stay put, card. Stay put. 10 of Pentacles, the Magician, the Lovers. So I asked generally, like, really more a general question. What's going on with Mama D? What should we know? I get the 10 of Pentacles, the Magician, and the Lovers. So 10 of Pentacles, she loves her money too. Okay, Magician. She's very focused. Everything she did in life she was on a mission. She was very focused. She's very money oriented. She knows what she's doing. She's smart and she's a strategist. I can tell you that. Lovers. And she would change men like underwear. So, and that's how she became successful. And that's how she gained her confidence. And she gained the lifestyle that she has. And who she is. She's smart. She knows what she's doing.
Whoa.
Let me see what else. Hold on. I mean, we're not judging here. That's the
we love Mama D. Mama D and DeAndre's carried the Real Housewives of Dallas on their back for the last couple of seasons.
8 of Cups. Yeah, listen. Her whole life, her whole focus was money, was financial security, was status, was a lot of things. But right now, I feel like she's chilling when it comes to that. Well, of course, she got what she wanted, right?
She's good. She's secure.
She's secure. But I do feel that she's not as emotionally invested in money anymore. I don't know what. I feel that she's matured, or she sees money, or her relationship with money has changed in the last few years. That's why she's judgmental towards Deandra. Because Deandra is, she is the apple that didn't fall far from the tree. And she does see things in Deandra that reminds her of herself, of Mama D when she was younger. So I do feel that she comes from a good place when she gives her tough love. When she gives Deandra tough love, she's trying to protect her because Mama D is a lot tougher than Deandra. Deandra is reactive. She's emotionally reactive. Mama D is a strategist. She can keep her emotions intact. She can keep them protected in a box and separate that aspect with everything else. And that's what she wants out of her daughter. That's what she's trying, but she's doing it with tough love. So,
wow.
Yeah.
And we're seeing more of that side of Mama D this season. Last season we got to see it very tough in cutting her off and blah, 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 blah. But this season you are seeing a little bit more of a nurturing side to her, not just with Deandra, but also her relationship with Dr. Tiffany Moon.
Yeah, and she's no BS, Mama D. Like, honestly, because I pulled the Eight of Wands. She's all about, like, I know that Deandra, we've seen Deandra react to her mom, you know, because what happens when you have a dynamic and powerful mom is that when you're around your mom a lot, you regress to a little child. Because you feel that vulnerability, because your mom is so tough, she's so dynamic, she's so strong, and you feel that you cannot be that in your head. It doesn't necessarily mean that people see you that way. So I do feel that Mama D is doing everything in her power. She's giving her tough love, and she is a lot. She's around Deandra a lot, advising her. Not that Deandra necessarily listens to that advice or takes that advice, but Mama D is invested. I can tell you from what I'm picking up, I always liked Mama D. I really love her style. She's great. But, you know, if you're not in a vulnerable position like Deandra is, she's a great ally, a great mom to have. You can learn a lot from her.
Wow.
Yeah, she's a warrior. I can tell you. It's just Deandra has so many issues and so much baggage when it comes to her relationship with her mom that she doesn't see it. She reacts to all that. So anything that Mama D says, she does the opposite, which doesn't work for her. So that's how I see it.
I mean, I think a lot of kids can relate to Deandra. I know a lot of people think Deandra is spoiled brat and blah 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 blah, but I love the fact that Deandra owns who she is on the show. And we also see Deandra this season go through a spiritual journey. Maybe that will help level her out.
Let's not get that. Let's not go there.
Anyways, I love this. I love this. I love this. I love this. Guys, don't forget to be sure to hit up and follow, subscribe, all of that, Femme Tarot. If you would like 15% off of a Femme Tarot reading this month only, you have to be sure to let her know who sent you, Kempire, and subscribe to her YouTube channel. All of the links will be available in the description of this video. Femme Tarot, thank you so much for being here as always. And don't forget, when you go to her YouTube channel, I'm there as well. And we're doing some of your favorite housewives and also some of your favorite celebrities. Go check them out. Comment. Let us know who you want her to read next. Thanks, Femme Tarot.
Thank you so much. This was so much fun. So until next time.